Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, welcome back. So, League of Legends Riot Games has just decided to release a dev update. Season 1 check-in is what they're titling it. Now, I didn't even know this came out today until I saw a different video. It came out 4 hours ago, so we're pretty new. But I've already heard some very, very interesting things about this dev update. And this new season has been interesting. In some ways, I think they're doing really good. I actually really enjoy Atakan on the Rift. I like that there's another epic jungle monster. And I like how they changed the timing of some things. I like how Noxus turrets respawn and stuff. But it's no surprise that there's a lot of things I don't like. And overall, I actually think, not really in terms of gameplay, ironically enough, I think gameplay has been fine. Maybe besides the little boot thing, the triumphs of war, or whatever the fuck they call it. I think the other stuff, not relating to actual gameplay, but just how the game is run in terms of cosmetics and stuff, has been on a downhill trend, a slope, some would say, an asymptote, hopefully not. But this is where I saw a video reacting to this video already, and this is where you know things are not too good, because if a reaction comes out that fast, and it's not a good reaction, then that means the shit pissed people off. Now, I don't want to say exactly what it is because I want to hear it from the horse's mouth first. But let's just say I'm very curious to watch this. I'm very curious what they think of the season. And we might get a big reveal about cosmetics and what's going forward. But we'll see. But either way, let's take a quick look at this shit. Let's see what's going on. And let's hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Because I'm scared of shit. Let's see.
Hey everyone, I'm
Hi.
Andre, also known as Medler.
Hi, Andre.
I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
Hi,
Today
Pabro.
is Thursday, January 3rd.
And you know what's sad too? I think this is the case, and this is where I don't fully know. We're literally 5 seconds and I'm already stopping the fucking video. But this is the case where what ends up happening, right, is a lot of people end up hating, I would say, Medler and Pabro, when realistically speaking, from what I've heard, right, again, I don't know at the end of the day, but a lot of these changes that are making the game worse in certain ways are not really from these two. It's from the higher ups that it's just, coming down. It's from the suits. It's from the greed. Maybe from Tencent, but probably not. But let's see.
30th, and we're back for another.
Well, let's not see because we're never going to get an answer to that in this video. But
dev update. We're going to check in on
assume
some of the changes we made for season 1.
They have to address it. I'll tell you this, and I made a video about this too. One of the biggest things that I hate, and this is where they've even mentioned it in the past too, and I don't understand this. You used to be able to progress the League Pass with playing anything. TFT, now obviously not, Wild Rift because that's on mobile, and then obviously not Legends of Runeterra because that's a completely different game. And technically, TFT is its own separate game, and it's just in the League client, but realistically, it could have its own thing. Let's be honest. I don't mind it being in the League client, I actually like it. And I wish Legends of Runeterra was in the League client too, but that would be like a whole spaghetti code mess. But realistically speaking, it's when you take something away that we already had that I personally get fucking pissed. This is where in the past, right, all the League passes, you were able to progress them playing whatever. ARAM, any event, Earth for the fucking 20th time, and TFT. And they took that away from us. And it's so odd because in League of Legends, you can still get pass XP for playing a game of TFT on the daily mission, which gives you like 50, which is nothing. Because I think to level up one level, you need, I think, 1,500. So you get 50 XP from playing a game of TFT or regular League. Win, loss, whatever. You just get 50. But the fact that they include TFT means they sort of remembered it. But the mission that you grind and all the weeklies for TFT, the missions for TFT, those are separate. Those don't count towards the League Pass anymore. And then just the time you put in, it's all calculated based on missions and time. The time always used to count. No matter what you do, it used to count for the League Pass. Now it doesn't. And they even mentioned this before, and I posted on this in a previous video, and this pisses me off to no extent. What is his name? Mortdog? Mortdog said, we want players to be able to play whatever they want. If they're getting burnt out on Rift, they go to him. If they're getting burnt out on League, they go to TFT. And you just have more options. And it's a great thing consumer-wise, but as we're going to see, and they probably might mention, they kind of have to because it's been a big point of contention, they don't seem pro-consumer anymore. And it's so fucking stupid, and it's so sad, and it's tragic. Like, Riot really does care in some ways, but I think either A, their hand is being forced, or B, they're starting to degrade and become greedy. But let's see. Pablo looks fucking pissed here, though. Holy shit, this is how I look. But yeah, taking away the ability to earn past progress with TFT forces me to play League of Legends, which sometimes I do not want to do. I do not want to be forced to play anything. And now I feel like it.
And we'll talk a bit more about some of the things coming up in Act 2 of this season, which
I'm
starts
excited
on
for.
March.
So we should get, I believe, what, a new season? Or sorry, a new champion every season? Maybe not every act, but every season.
6.
So Act 2 is basically the second half of Season 1 here.
We're a bit over a month into the first season of 2025.
Wow.
And we've been following how changes have been landing closely. We've seen some
They
really
haven't
good
really
signs
done
and feedback to
great
things
changes,
like
so I'm
seasonal
assuming they
themes
landed
and
well.
some of the gameplay changes that we will touch on a little later.
Whoa.
But first, we want to talk about Hextech chess.
Here it is. Here it is. So if you're a free-to-play player, undoubtedly, unequivocally, it's not even an opinion. Things are worse. Things suck more ass. Things are terrible. Chests are basically non-existent, but they're still in the game. Masterwork chests are getting basically sunset, I believe in March, too, because the stupid pass track thing is going away. So they're trying to phase out. They're basically trying to push everything into Mythic Essence and the Exalted fucking Sanctum bullshit with the Exalted skins. Those are terrible, by the way. Things have just overall gotten worse for free-to-play players. It's so sad.
And more broadly, earning skins instead of buying them.
This is, oh my god, I have so much to say about this. Let's wait though. Let's wait. And this is a long section too.
This means we're going to talk a bit more about the business side of League.
A very important side because it does fun stuff, because at the end of the day, this is a free-to-play game. At the end of the day, this is the argument, and sometimes it's valid, sometimes it's not. It depends how you go with it. But people will always argue and say, oh, but it's a free-to-play game. You don't have to pay anything. This is purely cosmetic, blah, blah, blah. It's how we enjoy the game, and it shows this is an important aspect because this is how the game stays alive. How can it stay alive and do all these things from being free-to-play? It's because people care so much about the cosmetics. So this argument ends up being stupid at some points because when people say it doesn't matter, it absolutely matters. This is the lifeblood of the fucking game.
So that we can share more of our thinking and context with you.
Not theirs, the suits.
Now, our belief as a company is that delivering great experiences for you will lead to great results for Riot.
And I swear to God, Fortnite has done this already. Fortnite respects you, and they earn the most money. Now, maybe it's for other reasons, right? Maybe it's because they're preying on kids. Maybe it's because they're on every fucking, console imaginable. It could be all these other things, but I do believe it has in part to do with the fact that Fortnite doesn't nickel and dime you to an extreme amount. They have gotten a little bit worse. Overall, as time goes on, every company I think gets a little greedier. Fortnite is no exception. Epic Games has done it, and I've been critical of them with that too. But I think the biggest thing is Epic still offers you so much free stuff that you end up just wanting to buy the premium stuff because A, it's decently good, and B, you don't feel like you're getting cucked like in Overwatch. In Overwatch, you feel like a fucking cuck. It's ridiculous. And now it's starting to feel like that in Riot Games too. It's like, what the fuck? There's 2 TFT passes out right now. There's the stupid lunar one, and then there's the regular one. And then there's the shop where you could gacha stuff away. It's like, what the fuck is this? It's so predatory.
We want to deliver the best experience we can, that you can play forever without spending anything.
And ultimately, at the end of the day, as long as they keep that, that's fine. I don't want League to cost money, and I doubt it ever will. If it does, then the game is going to die. I'll just be straight up. But, this is where, again, through the Ari skin and through all these expensive-ass skins, they are funding things like Swarm and stuff like that. So it's not like it's not being used. But it's just like, man, does it really have to get worse for free-to-plays? It's so hard. Because it's like, where do you draw the line? I think, obviously, they're making a bunch of profit. And obviously, they're not reinvesting everything. But then it goes into the questions of greed of how much profit do you want to make at the expense of the player's enjoyment with the cosmetic system? And I think they're going past the point with that.
So that you only spend money when you think we've made something great that you want to spend money on.
But now the problem is, the great things, quote-unquote, are the things that cost either $125 for a chroma or $250 for a fucking skin. And they're not even that great. It's just now we don't have any other option. And people like to flex on people. So people are mentally sick. I think they're taking advantage of mentally sick people.
As a free-to-play game, skins are the primary way League pays its bills.
The skins department is the only department that has not had a pay cut. Even the esports department, esports loses everyone money. But the esports department got its budget cut. Every department had cuts except the skins department, as far as I know.
give us the ability to continue to develop the game and wider ecosystem, from adding new game modes to updates to Summoner's Rift,
They're telling the
cinematics,
truth here.
live events like
Telling the
Worlds,
truth, yup.
patch-to-patch balance,
For
and
sure.
much longer-term investments in League for the future.
Absolutely,
The number
they're
of
not
people
wrong.
playing League has been pretty stable over recent years. And
So this makes me question, are they finally declining, or have they hit like have they got diminishing returns now where it's like it's stagnated? Are they stagnant? Has League finally invaded every corner of the world to where it's stagnant? Because League is a really hard game to get into. They have improved the new player experience a lot, but it's like, damn, yo, as a new player, it's like, why the fuck would you play League? It's definitely gotten better in terms of toxicity, though. Holy shit, it's night and day.
really grateful for that. Our cost to maintain and develop League has also been pretty stable over time too.
Okay, good.
Ensuring we have an
Yeah, ensuring. You know how they ensure this? Because they laid off a bunch of people.
equally sustainable
Holy
income
shit.
coming in to reinvest in the game, however, has been frankly more of a recent challenge.
And that's where free
Oh.
Hextech chests come in.
Yeah, this is where the cuts start happening, man. Oh man, the employees weren't enough. The employees getting axed were not enough.
When we initially added them, we wanted to offer additional reward for time spent, using something we knew many of you really cared about earning. Skins.
Incentives. An amazing incentive, by the way. Not perfect, because it's a loot box, but still good. And guess this. Even though you can earn them for free, you can also buy them.
And for a while, we think that worked well for both players and the business side of League.
It wasn't perfect, but it helped.
Over time, though, free chests unintentionally became the primary way to unlock skins.
And this is where I don't fully agree with them. I don't know what stats they have. I would love to see the specific stats here. But this is where, yeah, obviously you could buy more chests. And obviously I think the passes were a big problem. The amount of value you can get from a pass, because it's based on grinding, right? Now, there's obviously a hard limit of how many tokens you could grind per pass in the old system. But they reworked the system for Hextech chests with, I believe it was last season or something, where it's like, oh, now now it resets per split, and now, with the whole mastery system, you can get it, and it was really weird. And they kind of brought it into this new system here, except it's like mastery milestones, and now instead of getting a chest, you get like battle pass XP if you get like 12 of them. They reworked it, and overall you did get less unless you really grinded it out with certain champions, because they wanted it to work for ARAM, and eventually they did, but it lasted for like 2 seconds, and then they switched it to battle pass XP because they got rid of all the free Hextech chests. So it's like they had a system, and then they made the system a little bit worse, and then they just fully got rid of it. So it's like, if your goal was to give us less chests, you could have given us less chests. Now they're just giving like almost none. It's like, again, what the fuck is this huge jump?
And an increasing number of players ended up with substantial skin collections for
Me. Now, I don't think it was for free. I think this is where they're hardcore capping. The amount of skins they're adding to League, especially as time goes on, is pretty big. And this is where the more you add in, the more you dilute the pool. And it's not like you can only get skins from these chests, by the way. You could get other shit too. I believe champions, I believe, you could get another chest and key. But I don't believe you can only get skins. And there's a lot of skins in League. And if you're a pure free-to-play player, I think the passes were more of an issue. I would fully agree if the passes were an issue. But they're saying just Hextech chests for free are an issue. I don't agree with this at all. There's no fucking way. I think a year from what I remember, you could get like maybe 20, maybe 50, 20 to 50. And then you can get duplicates as well. So you'd have to re-roll those. And then if you re-roll it, it's 3-to-1 ratio. So I don't understand how people had like all these free fucking things. There's no way.
free. This meant that purchasing skins directly didn't make sense anymore to a lot of players.
This is where they introduced Gacha. This is where they introduced the orbs to get random shit. And this is where they sold you the orbs too. They sell you the chest, they sell you the orbs, they sell you everything. And I feel like they were making a lot of fucking money, as we could see. And then they got greedier. And listen, if the chests were the only options and they still only released legendaries, the occasional shitty ultimate for Samira that's really legendary, whatever. If they only had this stuff, fine, maybe the chests need to be reworked a little bit. But they added the Ari skin. They added these deluxe, super high cost skins. And now you're taking away the free to play option while adding a whale option. It's a spit in the face and it doesn't make sense. It's like, if you're going to have these paid rich options, $250, $500, a gotcha system, at least keep in the free one too, because you are basically being a predator on people who can't control themselves for the most part, because that's who gotcha preys on, or rich people who have nothing better to do. And it's like, you can't have the free shit, because at this point, a free-to-play player cannot get these things, right? If you're a free-to-play player, you want the new set skin that's exalted, that's in the sanctum, you can't get it. You can't get it. You can't reroll into it, and it's the same thing with the fucking chromas. You can't reroll into it. You have to do the gotcha system. So there was two separate systems. There's the free to play shitty one, which okay, at least we could get the old 1820s, the old legendaries, but we can't get the new high quality stuff. And it was, I think it was an okay thing that they were separate. You know, you want to have the premium stuff over there, have it over there. But you have premium, you're adding more premium stuff, but now you're taking away the free stuff. It doesn't make sense. The rich get richer.
Because they were happy just waiting to get something eventually. That did lead to a great player experience,
Yeah, except now we couldn't get everything eventually because you changed it.
but it was not sustainable for League in the long
Bullshit.
term.
So we took a
Bullshit.
step back
Once they added all this gotcha shit, this is bullshit.
to evaluate League's reward systems and realize we needed to make changes to be sustainable for the long run. We
Really.
didn't want to go all the way back to the early days of League with no skins earned.
And the passes got worse too. And again, I should have mentioned this in the beginning when I was talking about the passes, but now the passes take away your choice. In the Mythic shop, they took away being able to buy chests for Mythic Essence. Why did they do that? Well, now we know why. Right? That one is a valid one. I think because of the amount of Mythic Essence I had. Now, granted, I've bought every single pass. Every single pass that has come out for League, I have actually bought. But now the problem is, again, if we're talking about pure free-to-play players, this is not true.
With playtime at all. But we also realized
I had like, I think over 800, 900 Mythic Essence, and I've never bought it. And if I open my chest, I'm probably going to get way more. This is where I can understand them removing it from the Mythic Essence shop. That perfectly makes sense, right? But the fact that they removed that and now the passes, you can't really choose what you want to get. You're forced to get skins for champions you never might play. It is such a horrible feeling system, especially if you come from the old one. Now, the old one had its problems too, right? You would either, most people would either need to choose the prestige skin or the orbs. But if you didn't care about the champion, you just go with the orbs. You're good. And you could still get the prestige skin eventually from the orbs, or you could buy with Mythic Essence when it eventually comes back anyway. It's like you had options and they're taking away all the options. It's so dumb.
we couldn't continue giving away as many as we were.
Bullshit.
We did a number of other things to ensure League's business was sustainable before concluding we needed to give away fewer skins.
And this is where I think they're getting greedy. They did these other things like exalted skins, gacha, all this other shit, Mythic Essence shop, you know, overhaul with the League finishers and stuff. And again, another question I have is why not introduce map skins? Why not introduce announcer packs? These are things that people want. That's another stream of revenue that you could do, but you just don't do. And people have to do it on their own, and then you fucking ban them because it's like custom skins and shit. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, half the stuff they do doesn't make sense.
Increasing the number of skins we could make each year was good for both the business and the player experience.
And it also diluted the chest because now it was harder to get what you wanted. So it also solved the issue slowly over time.
But eventually, we ran into meaningful diminishing returns. We
How?
introduced premium cosmetics.
True.
We've also explored a lot of other cosmetic content types.
Not a lot. Some, not a lot. Don't stroke it too hard.
And we'll keep trying to do so.
You should. People want more. See, this is the thing. People want these things, right? Now, whether they should be free or not is a different example. You know, that's a different topic. But people want map skins. People want announcer packs. And they've teased it before, but they haven't done it. And it's stupid.
But champion skins,
Who the fuck cares about a Nexus finisher? You know what the stupidest thing is? One person buys that in my game. I feel like a dickhead if I bought it. And I don't even know how different ones are going to work either. If I have the Jinx one and someone gets like a fucking singed one where they bomb you or something, whose one is going to activate? Whoever last hits it? Then you're incentivized to have someone who does damage to see your thing. If it's random, which I think is how it's going to be realistically. But at the end of the day, I'm a dickhead because if I buy it and someone else has it, I haven't bought it because I see other people have it and I see the same thing. It's like, I don't know who bought it. I don't care who bought it. I still see it. I think it's cool. Now, maybe you want to see yours specifically, but then we go into the same problem of if you buy it and someone else has a different one and it's random, what the fuck happens? Their systems are so dumb. Like, they put effort sometimes towards things that don't even make sense because it's not what we want. It's like, oh, hey, guys, you wanted a Thanksgiving turkey meal? Oh, okay, here's a tricycle. Like, what?
are clearly
It's so
the thing
stupid. I'm getting so heated. Oh, my God.
most of you care about more than anything else when it comes to cosmetics. And obviously, adding pay for power content is a non-starter for us.
We know some of you aren't interested in the business side of things, or even cosmetics in general,
Very few people are not interested in cosmetics.
and that others won't believe this isn't about increasing profit year over year. This is about ensuring the sustainable long-term health of League, though. And we do
Really?
hope this is helpful context for those of you who've been wondering what our thinking was with this change. We want to ensure League remains a great, fully free-to-play game. We believe a change like this, while unpopular, is the right call and allows us to deliver not just on our plans today, but also our plans for League in the future.
Fucking liars.
Now, we'll be sure to give you more context on our thinking
I
behind
want to
changes to
see
skins
this.
and any other related systems in the future as well.
I want to see this because it sounds like it's gonna get worse.
And we're
This
currently
is
doing
so
a lot of global
bullshit.
surveying and discussion with players about
They better revert the shit. Either revert the passes or revert the chess system. Free to play players though, you're fucked. They're basically saying, sorry, you're dying.
what is and isn't working.
Speaking of which, we want to talk about some changes we have coming to battle passes.
Oh, please let TFT count. Please.
First up, we've got some improvements to the battle pass skins.
Also, I earned some of the skins, right? For example, in the current pass right now, let me fucking open up League so I could even show everyone too. With the current way the pass is now, right? I was thinking, okay, these skins are pretty cool. And, you know, they said in a previous dev blog or whatever that some of the skins would be unearnable. Like, later on, they wouldn't be in chess. They'd be exclusive to the past. If you don't get it, you don't get it. You know, great, more FOMO, whoopee, right? But it is what it is. These skins suck fucking asshole. Like, I used some of the skins. I used the Vladimir one, and I was like, what the hell? And here, we could take a look at it here, right? No, let me take this off the screen. Here we go. So as everyone could see, I'm almost done with the fucking pass. Now I basically have no reason to grind this shit, except to get Blue Essence for the Blue Essence Emporium, but, you know, this is where Blue Essence wasn't a big thing. Now it is, because it's so hard to get it. Thankfully, they improved it, though. But I don't want this fucking Katarina skin. Fuck this skin. I get 3 Ancient Sparks, which means, oh wow, I'm incentivized to now go to the Gacha. Now I feel like shit if I don't get it in 3 rolls, so I'm incentivized to do more. Again, they're being predatorish right here, even though I don't think that's a word. Either way, we do get some orbs, so thankfully the orbs are still in. But it's just like, look at these skins, right? I haven't used the Renata one yet. The Samira one and the Vladimir one here, I haven't used the Lee yet either, but Samira and Vlad, these 2 skins have to be 975 quality. There's no fucking way. There's actual no way these are decent skins. They don't even have a unique back animations. Their effects are cool a little bit. Like, Vladimir's already red, but now they're slightly different red. Samira, I don't have a skin, so I appreciate having, oh my god, look at her freaking body, Jesus. Samira, I don't mind having, like, this skin for her because I didn't have anything, and it's decent. The effects are nice. But these are not 1350 quality. They're giving you shit in this pass. Like, I thought these would all be at least 1350 or higher. They're really not. And it's like, oh, wow, you're nickel and diming me on this too, you fuckheads.
We've heard a fair bit of feedback that those skins don't feel like they're good enough in various respects.
Yeah, you got that right.
We agree with a lot of that feedback.
Oh, so you agree after we say it. You didn't realize it beforehand, you fucks?
Looking to add more distinct visual effects and more pronounced model changes.
Maybe add a fucking back animation, dickheads.
We're also planning to deviate from a season's theme a bit for some future pass skins.
Thank goodness. This is where I actually thought this was a problem before too. We're in the theme of Noxus right now, right? If you don't like Noxus, you're just going to get bombarded with shit that you don't really like. This is where, you know, I really hope, and they probably will still do, like, their own, like, little skin lines and yearly events like we used to have with Project, Star Guardian, stuff like that. But I don't know if they're going to come as often anymore. I mean, you know, the big one is always in the summer, so I hope that one's still around. But it's just like, if you don't like the theme, you're kind of fucked.
Given the risk we otherwise overdo the same sorts of visual appearances and or pushing champions into themes that don't make sense.
That's just the problem they have in general, but okay.
Or modify skins. Those improvements
Oh,
won't be present
no.
in the Act 2
Bro, are you kidding me?
Battle Pass skins that you'll see in a couple of weeks. They will,
Wow.
however, be fully reflected in the pass skins for Season 2.
So basically what they're telling us is the next pass is also going to suck major asshole as well, which is really dumb.
Which starts in May. Additionally, if you don't already own the champion for the Battle Pass skins, unlocking the skin will also unlock that champion for you.
We also want to clear up how skins in the Battle Pass affect the champion's skin cooldown. We don't look at past skins when...
This is where it's so sad that some champions are just not going to receive skins for the pure fact that they're just not popular. Like... Oh my god, man. I forgot, like, there's a list on Reddit or something where it's like, oh, how many days has it been? But man, some champions are suffering, and it's sad because this, I do kind of agree with this. You don't want to make something. I think you should make stuff as a love letter to the fans. You know, show your appreciation. Like, oh yeah, even though the skin won't sell well, you know, here you go, Iron Mains, take another one, right? Who the fuck doesn't even have a skin yet? I remember someone who came out that doesn't have a skin yet. I think it's Smolder. I'm surprised Smolder didn't get a skin yet, which is crazy to me.
deciding when a champion is due to get their next regular skin. So if Alistair appears in the Act 2 Battle Pass, he can still receive another skin later this year.
Wow.
Another improvement we're making to the Battle Pass is to the missions that feed into it.
Please, 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 TFT, please.
Looking at your feedback, certain types of missions are pretty unpopular. We're going to be removing...
See, they already did this whole mission hullabaloo in the past. When they first introduced missions in events, and with previous passes too, they were like, oh yeah, you know, we don't want these things to be just, hey, play a game and get points. Which is what it turned into, ironically enough. They were like, oh yeah, play Leona, do this, block this amount of damage, do certain things. It used to be a lot more, hey, do something. Now it's just, hey, just do. Just play. And I feel like we're just going to go through a whole new cycle of that. Why? Because history repeats itself. If you don't remember history, man, you won't know. They said the same exact shit in the past.
Missions that require playing with purchase skins or players who have purchased specific skins.
Yeah, this one, they're not lying. Like, this one is horrible. The current mission is to play with the Mythmaker skins. No one has that shit. I think I have 1 or 2, like, check marks on that out of 15. And it could be on any team, right? It could be on the enemy team, your ally team. It just needs to be in the game, I believe. And, you know, I can actually check it right now. And you know what? Let's check it right fucking now. So I believe it needs to be on any team, but let's actually check. So the missions here, here it is. Play 15 games on a team. Okay, so it doesn't need to be on your team. It can't just be in the game, right? No one has this shit. I literally, in all the games I've played, even in ARAM and Rift and anything, I've only found it once. It's like, are you serious? That's so bad. But that is a terrible thing.
We're also removing and reworking missions that players were having a hard time completing, like destroy 5 turret plates in a single game.
That is not that hard. It should count over multiple games, though. Anything that you have to do in a single game, I think is... As long as it's, you know, something a little difficult. You gotta remember, a lot of League players are fucking ass, so...
It was hard to complete for many players, and impossible for ARAM-only players.
Yeah, that's what sucks, too. If you're an ARAM player, you get shafted. They should have some ARAM-specific ones. I think if you just compensate with ARAM-specific ones, it's fine.
Yes. And for those of you who play a mixture of League and Teamfight Tactics, we'll be roughly doubling the amount of XP that TFT contributes to the League Battle Pass.
Wait, but it doesn't contribute anything at all. Wait, what? Wait, but it doesn't contribute anything, because look, right? Let's go back here. Unless they have it wrong or unless I'm wrong. If you go here and you look at the dailies, right? This is the one I'm talking about. Earn 125 points by playing games. And it says match-made games only, TFT excluded. And then when you go to TFT, there's no equivalent here. Oh, look, this is for like pass XP, but this is not for the regular pass. This is for the TFT pass. At this point, it's like you have nothing here that gives you regular pass XP for the League one. So it's like, what the fuck? And you look through all these, it's all TFT stuff. Because the regular pass, I'm assuming, is this star shit. So it's like, what are they talking about? Unless this means that TFT will be giving pass XP again. If that's the case, I'm extremely happy. And I really hope there's more information down here with it, but I guess not. It's like, man, what are they talking about here? I need to see this again for a quick second. Hold on. Let me pay attention.
And for those of you who play a mixture of League and Teamfight Tactics, we'll be roughly doubling the amount of XP that TFT contributes to the League Battle Pass.
But it contributes like 50 a day. Like, what? What is it going to be, 100 now? Oh, wow, thanks.
Now, with that said, let's hand things over to Matt and Eduardo to...
Like, if you double 1, it becomes 2, which, okay. If you need 100, I guess 2 is better than 1, but it's like, what?
talk about gameplay.
Hey friends,
Hi.
I'm Eduardo, Riot Cadmus Cortejoso.
Oh.
Froxon.
Hey, I
Just
love
as a heads up,
Froxon.
It's playtest time right now,
I think he's the one who made ASOL. I think.
so things might be a little loud. But we have a few things to discuss today. First, I want to talk a bit about how some of our gameplay changes we added in January have landed. Let's start by talking about one of the biggest changes that we saw a lot of conversation around.
Otacon.
Feats of Strength.
Okay, that one, the boots.
As a reminder, Feats of Strength were introduced
Is this going to be in every fucking season?
to provide more structure to the early game and defer some of that early game snowballing until after laning phase by moving the immediate power of First Blood and First Turret to later in the game.
I like this. Overall, I like the idea. I just think it needs a little bit more fine-tuning, but I actually like this.
These were a bit rough around the edges on release, and we made some adjustments to things, like changing the Feat of Warfare
Great change, by the way.
from First Blood to First 3 kills, and nerfing Triumphant Boot stats. They're currently in a stable place we're quite happy with.
I
As
somewhat
for
agree.
snowballing, our goal was to keep it roughly where it was before Season 1 went live.
I don't think they
We've been
did it.
comparing this game state
But let's
for
see.
pre and post changes based on first blood, first turret, epic objectives taken, and game length. As of now, we haven't seen significant changes, and
Oh.
snowballing is roughly equal to where it was at the end of last year.
I don't believe that because the team who wins the feat of strength, and maybe this is like, misleading, right? It could be misleading, where if you're winning anyway, you're going to get the feats of strength, but I don't know how much the feat of strength really contributes to this. But if your team gets the feats of strength, you're way more likely to win. I forgot what the percentage was, but it's pretty big.
There are still some improvements we'd like to make, of course, but overall, the changes are moving the game in the intended direction.
Overall, again, gameplay-wise, aside from feats of strength, I actually think many things are pretty good. And they hard nerfed the Atacant respawn mechanic too, the GA mechanic. That shit it feels like it sucks now. Like, it feels horrible. It doesn't feel like I'm getting a benefit out of it. It's like a 15-second respawn timer now. It's insane.
Next up, let's discuss Articon and the blood roses he brought to the Rift.
Oh, the thing that scales backwards, because as time goes on, as you get more, they're worth less, which feels like shit. I think it's a little deceptive.
Articon was added to provide an objective in the mid-game that has rewards worth fighting for.
I like
progresses
Articon.
the game, but doesn't completely blow everything open like a 20-minute Baron would.
I think they really succeeded overall with this, though.
We also wanted a way to incentivize...
It's almost to the point where, like, you could read the buff, right? With Voracious, it was not with Ruinous. With Ruinous Otacon, you get the buff to like epic jungle monsters, right? To like all the dragons and Baron, you get the buff to that. But you could read it and see, oh yeah, it's like a 25% increase, but you don't really feel it because it's not that big.
Incentivize teams to fight each other in slower games while not speeding up already fast ones, which is what led to the two different forms. One which incentivizes action, and the other that lightly stalls it. That said, we think Voracious Otacon's rewards are too strong in game warping. So next patch, we're increasing the withdrawal time to 15 seconds.
Which is already out.
To give defending players a bit more time to recover after forcing enemies to withdraw. Next up, we have the Blood Roses, which we introduced alongside Otacon. After the nerfs last month, we like where Blood Roses are for now, and that they reward teams for proactively controlling these spaces.
There's been times where we've completed Otacon and then we have to get rushed out because Otacon is not too easy to take down. He's fucking tanky and he does decent damage too. I'm actually shocked. But like there's times that the enemy team comes in and we have to leave and then they get all the blood roses and I'm like, damn, like they got like some decent stats out of that because it's team wide.
Another big component of our seasonal changes was the Noxian update to the Rift. We're excited to keep doing these for future seasons.
Barely any changes, but I guess the towers and turret looks cool and the Nexus and everything. Especially the inhibs. The inhibs look cool too.
But we definitely want to make sure we're doing them right.
Just introduce map skins, you
map
fuck.
feeling too dark, gloomy, or
I don't mean that, Froxon. I'm just saying in general to Riot.
straining. And we've got some changes in the works to address these concerns that should be ready with Act 2's release.
Oh.
We're excited about the prospect
So they can't do the past stuff, but they could do the map stuff. Okay.
of new gameplay that the Season 1 changes have created
Assholes.
as players continue to learn and adapt to them. Having
Assholes.
said that, when trying to add new gameplay to League, especially ones of this size, we're not always going to land it right away.
Oh,
We're
don't we
trying to
know
strike the
that?
balance between making quick changes based on your feedback and giving the changes enough time to breathe while we iterate them to a pot where
Breathe by
everyone is
yeet.
happy with. We've got more details breaking down our review of the Season 1 changes in a dev blog out now, so
Oh.
make sure to give them a read.
I might
We
glance at
also
that.
wanted to
This
give-
video is already going for a fucking while, though. This is going for 33 fucking minutes.
A quick update for all you Swifties.
Ooh,
When
Taylor
we
Swift!
Swift-
Oh, wait, sorry,
we
wrong
hoped
Swifty.
that Swiftplay would be at least as popular as Quickplay, and it has far exceeded our expectations.
People love quick, short form content, and League is no different. People love casual, really quick gameplay. One of the biggest pain points in League comes from the fact that you're locked in this fucking cage of a game with these fucking animal monkeys for like 30 plus minutes sometimes. And now they literally put a hard cap on Swiftplay too. They said 36 minutes, the game is done. The Nexuses will explode. Which I think they should have did it like Nexus Blitz where they just get up and fight each other. I think exploding's kind of boring and leads to a wet fart of a end game eventually, but it is what it is.
We're currently figuring out how and when to bring it to regions that don't quite have it yet.
Why?
So
How?
far, Swiftplay has hit the goals we
Just
set.
bring it to
for
every
with
region.
game
What the
endings on
fuck? What's the
average
problem?
4 to 5 minutes faster than SR. We also wanted to reduce snowballing, the rubber banding mechanics, allowing players to hit their full builds more often, and allowing players to enjoy a game in League of Legends with friends of higher skill gaps.
When it comes to
Oh,
balance, we're pretty happy with the early and mid game, but endgame pacing and outlier game lengths are issues we want to address.
it's too long.
Swiftplay just doesn't hit
Something
our goals to
else.
the queue when games aren't swift, and
Oh,
everyone is stuck at level 18 trying to close out the game for a long time. We've made some changes, such as minions getting stronger more quickly, tower resistances falling off sooner,
Oh.
as well as making structures slowly burn towards the Nexus,
Yeah.
forcing the game to end.
Uh-huh.
This will essentially mean that if a game lasts long enough,
If you don't end it, they will.
the team that can make the most progress towards the enemy Nexus will win.
I think that's
We're
kind of
also going to be
suck-ass,
looking at what we
man.
can do to improve things like matchmaking or lobby improvements for pre-mades, and we'll let you know if we do anything there. These changes should be live by the time this video goes live.
They are.
So let us know what you think.
I want to try them out. I haven't played
Next,
Swiftplay
we want to
since.
talk to you a bit more about what you can expect when Arena returns in Act 2 of this season.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
As we mentioned in the last dev update, we want to make sure game modes are something a player can always count on being available, making them a fun part of each season.
You know how many times they said they always want a game mode available? Like a random alternate game mode available? And then they did it, and then they didn't. It was a couple times. Now they're saying that they wanted to always have one, but we'll see how long that lasts.
For Season
Because they've said that before.
1, we've moved Arena from the Rings of Wrath to the Grand Reckoning.
The
New map.
Grand
As you
Reckoning?
can
That's
see, we've overhauled
hilarious.
all the maps to feel like you're in the fighting pits of Noxus.
The
And
Grand
we didn't just reskin the
Reckoning.
maps, we actually made some improvements. Here's the new
Oh.
version of the Koi Pond map.
Oh, this map
The
was
biggest change you'll
controversial.
notice here is the giant ring that goes around the perimeter of the map. Aptly
Oh.
named the ring, which will help address a lot of the quality of life issues.
Oh,
This was actually
wow.
inspired by some player feedback that we read.
We did their
So
job
shout
for
out to the
them.
community for your awesome suggestions, and as always,
Add a
please
ring.
keep them coming.
That's it.
We
There you
also have a
go.
brand new map joining the pool.
Oh,
The Reckoner Arena,
Oh.
which features destructible pillars, which will collapse upon
Oh.
taking enough damage and slightly tweak the terrain. Don't worry
okay.
though, they're relatively small and you won't obscure your vision.
Oh, nice.
Another part of Arena we've been working
Behind
on is
them.
progression systems
I like
that we're
that.
really excited about. Not only do Champion Mastery and the Seasonal Battle Pass both progress with Arena games now,
As they fucking better.
but we also built
Imagine it's like TFT where it doesn't. That would dead the fucking game mode.
a new fame system for Arena.
Oh?
Many of you mentioned that you didn't feel like you had a reason to keep coming back to Arena.
Aside from it was just fun?
So Fame was designed to keep Arena fresh and interesting, even after you've played dozens of games.
What the fuck is this?
You can gain fame by playing Arena, increasing your notoriety within the fighting pits, or by completing Arena missions.
Well,
for
what
each
does this
champion.
do? I don't get it.
Just to be clear, this isn't like Swarm where you gain power by progressing.
Yeah, because it's actually PvP, and that's not good. You get an advantage for playing more than others.
Instead, you'll gain rewards like new augments or match intro visuals. That should keep Arena feeling exciting.
Okay, the augments feel like they could be game defining. That actually, I think, kind of is hypocritical because augments really, really define the game for you. Now, it is random, but still, that's risky. That's actually crazy that they're putting augments behind that. The visual stuff, that's fine, but you know, you need to incentivize players with something. I wish they would just give rewards. Like, hey, like make it like ranked, right? If you hit a certain like fame notoriety or whatever, you get certain rewards, maybe even a skin. Although, you know, they obviously don't want to do that based on what they did with chests, but that's interesting. I think augments pushes the line though. I think that's way beyond the line of like, because if the augment is good and you need to get notoriety for it, you're essentially worse off than someone else if they can get it and you can't. And it's not only RNG, it's also you played more, so you're just better.
Exciting.
We're also trying
Aside from
something
skill.
new by skipping cameos this go around and
Oh!
celebrating Arena Noxus style by bringing in the guests of honor.
What the fuck
These
is
guests
this?
are famous Noxians or Reckoners
fuck are
looking to
Reckoners?
spice up their fights. Each guest will have a specific rule that they'll apply to the entire game.
What, I can
For
only
example,
auto attack?
Mordekaiser will make it so that at the beginning of each round, one player on each team starts combat in the Death Realm.
What?
We designed the guest of honor
So you
with a lot of
1v1?
learnings from cameos in mind. So each guest should feel like they affect each team equally without being too intrusive or unfair, yet still asking players to learn or adapt to them. They also won't be randomized.
Okay.
So everyone in the lobby will have a round in which they can vote on which guests they'd like to invite.
Oh, wow. So this shit is going to get, like, taken over. Whatever is OP is just going to be choosed.
Please, as always, let us know how you like them.
Wow, so someone's
It
going to
also
get
wouldn't be an
ignored,
Arena
man.
re-release without some new augments. So
Oh,
make sure
let's
to keep
go.
an eye out for those alongside the return of curse augments.
Imagine, oh, curse augments, holy shit. I really hope they don't paywall augments eventually. Because the fact that you have to unlock some of them from notoriety, from this whole fame system is like, I think very controversial. Like, what the fuck is this?
If you're interested in more details about Arena, make sure to check out the dev blog that just came out today.
Whoa.
And I can't
So
wait
where
to
the
see
fuck
you
is the
all
link
play.
for it?
All right, we also have a few other updates that we want to share with you all today.
Let's hear
We
it.
finally got those updated Champion Mastery emotes coming out in March.
Oh,
They've taken a
wow.
lot longer than we'd hoped. We haven't forgotten about them, though. The Blue Essence
Yeah, you know what they did forget about? Fill but not support.
Emporium will also be making a return
I'll always
at the start
mention
of
it.
April. And as a reminder, the next Battle Pass will include the increased Blue Essence amounts that we shared earlier in January.
Which is already in this
which you
one.
can also get for this current pass in the form of a one-time mission.
On a different
Thanks.
topic, we've got a test of the matchmaking system called True Skill 2 coming
Oh!
up. We're going to be trying True Skill 2 for Swiftplay and ARAM games. from late February
ARAM?
onwards.
How the fuck are they gonna do that for ARAM when it's random? What?
Well, we think True Skill 2 has the potential to help us get players to a fair and appropriate matchmaking rating much quicker than our current implementation can.
Cool.
Given how important matchmaking is to competitive games like League, though, we want to test and verify first before going really broad with it.
That's good.
So we'll run the test for a while, and then let you know how it's been going and what our next steps are.
I
or
think
aren't.
Swiftplay's definitely gonna
This
be
work on
good.
matchmaking, however, has meant a trade-off to work elsewhere.
Oh.
Clash specifically. Because
Oh!
the team doing that work.
And you know why? You know why? Clash gives free rewards. It also has a paid version, much like the chest did. There was the free chest, and then there was the paid shit that you could do. But, you know, they seem to be getting rid of everything for free. So even Clash isn't exempt, which is crazy.
Same team that would otherwise be supporting Clash.
They
But
have
now,
enough
as a
money
result,
to
Clash will
have
occur
two
every
different
2 months
teams.
instead of monthly.
Last for this section,
Wow.
a bit of context.
Bro, can they just add a permanent ARAM Clash? I feel like those ones are so much more popular.
On streamer mode that recently went out. That's been a long
Hey!
requested feature from some players who stream. Given it's one of the things that can help reduce incidents of stream sniping and other forms of streamer harassment or disruption, it's clearly not a solve by itself, but we do think
They need to do something with the map. Like, I don't know how they do it. I mean, obviously the streamers have a way better fix, just put something on the overlay. But the biggest thing they do is they just hide names. Okay, cool. I mean, it helps, but
it's a useful part of a wider and ongoing effort.
At least they
also
know
wanted
it's
to take
not
a moment
enough.
to talk about what you can expect after we leave Noxus.
Oh!
Historically, our mid-year events have been mostly a time for some levity and lightheartedness, like Star Guardian or Anima Squad.
I love
And while
those.
this may not be the case for each year's second season,
Huh?
we want Season 2 of 2025 to be a bit of a palate cleanser after so much focus on Noxus.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
that said, you can still expect
Ionia. Ionia.
a piece of thematic that spans things like map art updates,
Let's see.
champion,
Let's see.
skins, and more.
Okay.
We don't want to spoil what's in store just yet. We've
Fuckers.
still got some fun focus on Noxus ahead of us for now.
Oh,
We'll
yeah?
be back in our next dev update, where we'll dive into what you can expect in Season 2.
Okay.
That's about it for this one.
All right.
Don't forget to check out the dev blogs to learn more about some of the things we talked about today.
Uh-huh.
And as a reminder, the first stand tournament will be kicking off in Korea on March 10th.
Oh,
so
whoopee.
be sure to tune in to watch the full Fearless draft and see which team can bring home a second
Bro, I love the whole Fearless system. I'm so excited for that.
buy for their region at MSI.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thank
and we'll
you.
See you next time.
Thank you for making the experience worse for free plays. Okay, where the fuck is the fucking shit? Imagine how many views they would be if they were not 2 talking men here, but 2 Hextech chests. They did. Let's look at some of the reactions to this, right? And there's also a video I have. I was gonna watch, but I didn't, and I believe I have it right here.
So Red just released the long-awaited
So
dev
we could see how people are reacting, right? This is the video, so I'm like, wait, oh shit, they released a devlog, right? Let's see.
update, and you know it's bad when the comments have more likes than the video. And
Yup. Ooh.
the post has 0 upvotes and 500 comments on Reddit.
Ooh.
So what the hell did they say? Well, they start by talking about what everyone has been spamming
What the fuck is that?
older posts with for weeks.
What
Literally
skin
every
is
top
that?
reply to everything they have been posting.
Riot Chest and Riot Predatory Monetization apologize for removing free chests. We recognize we made a huge mistake and will be re-implementing free chests as soon as possible. Dude, they're so right. Like, it's, and they even said, yeah, people are not gonna like this. So I really hope they don't triple down, because it sounds like they double down on it. But like, oh my god.
Posting recently was just about Hextech chests, and we were hoping they would bring them back or address them in a good way. But what did they do instead? Well, they just made excuses in
They
the
doubled
first
down.
2 minutes of the video for why Hextech chests are not
Which, again, I think I've debunked and like really taken apart. If you're again, there's fair scrutiny to be made with the passes, for sure. With the passes, there's a lot of fair scrutiny to be made with how much value you're getting out of that. Pure free-to-play players, though, we're not eating well.
sustainable and viable
no
for
way.
the game's long-term
They're
monetization,
lying.
and how a lot of people were getting many skins for free and just waiting
That's
to
from
get
the fucking
them instead
cat
of
that
buying
bites
any.
everyone.
So that is why they removed them, and they will remain removed. But at the same time, they also added a lot of even more expensive cosmetics.
Yup.
So why would
Listen, if you're gonna add that, at least keep the free shit, man.
you need to do both? Also, they were introduced about 10 years ago, and they seem to have been sustainable for all that time. Especially
Exactly.
since now we have all those gacha skins too in it. So why
Thank
do you need
you.
to both
I'm
increase
vindicated.
prices
Thank
of
you.
cosmetics and also reduce the chances of getting free cosmetics? They know how much of an unpopular decision this
It's
is.
so sad that like the Jinx one was first, because that's the one I actually care about. I hope it comes back, even though I don't know if it will. If Riot wants money, it definitely will. But even then, this skin isn't good. Like, that's the whole thing. This skin isn't good. I like some of the other skins better than this one. It looks like an alternate version of like base Jinx. Maybe a legendary at best, not a fucking exalted. Like, exalted should be above ultimate, and it's really not. It's just like a Lux skin. It's another Lux skin, honestly.
But they are standing by it for the long-term health of the game, is what they said, which will of course make people even more mad at Riot, after they already did a ton of oopsies in a row in the last couple of weeks. Next up, the Battle Pass skins will get better, so they won't be so lazy as to not even have recall animations, and when you unlock the skin,
Yo, thank God they know. Thank God they know.
you also get the champion if you didn't have them.
If you didn't have the champion, you couldn't even use the skin. That's hilarious.
And they are also changing some of the unpopular missions, like play games with specific skins. They will be changing the map a bit in Act 2 of this season.
Wow, so this guy really just took the whole thing and condensed it, which is what I should do, but I don't.
So
I
it's
like
not-
deep diving.
Not so dark and colorless anymore, since a lot of people were complaining about the visuals of this new map.
It was literally Fall Summoner's Rift.
Arena is also coming back soon with changed maps, as well as a new feature called the Fame System. The Champion Mastery reworked icons are also coming out soon, and they didn't say the theme yet, but Season 2 will be a palette cleaner after so much Noxus and Darkness, so maybe it will be something
Blood and gore. And Darius and Trundle hot action.
a bit brighter. But that's about it for this very amazing dev update. Let me know on a scale from meow to meow how angry you are. Leave a like or you will need to pay $1 for every match you play from now on.
Oh,
Thanks for
nah.
watching. Meow.
Hey, yo. I love this guy. This guy's so creepy. Anyway, oh my god. So can I see the dev blog here? Oh, here we go. Oh, so they actually... Wait. Oh, that's the partner program. I'm fucking stupid. Okay, let me look it up here. But yeah, no, this is crazy. League of Legends dev blog. But yeah, no, most of the stuff for this video is basically done. Though the reaction's mostly over. We're just gonna go over some extra shit here. But wow, some good things, but like, damn, not great. So let's see. The arena. Okay, here we. Oh no, that's old. That's Skins 101. Okay, everything else is pretty much whatever. Actually, wait, no, this came out. On the 4th. Let's take a quick look at this. Iterating on skins, how you could get them, the basics, most skins you... Okay, so this is basically it. In the crafting section, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Battle Pass skins. Yeah, these fucking suck ass. Prestige and Mythic. Mythic skins are typically not available for purchase with RP. They're either Prestige or exclusively in the Mythic shop. They come in 2 different types of Battle Pass Prestige skins or Mythic Shops Prestige skins. Cool. Blah, blah, blah. So they're basically just TLDRing what's already in the game for us. Okay. So they're also different from Mythic variants, which cost you a lot of fucking money. And then this is the big shit that they added that they want to suck your fucking shit dry with. Victoria skins suck fucking ass, and I hate the theme. They look ugly as shit, but at least it's free. Honor skins are kind of a shitty theme to me, personally. Transcendent skins, oh boy, faka. Are not planned to return or enter the reroll pool. Like, that is crazy to me. Legacy Unlimited. So is this just saying the skin? Yeah, what the fuck? We hope to make the article... Okay, so this is just for people to understand shit. Cool. Alright, so Season 1. So basically it's just going to be a TLDR of, like, how stuff landed, which is whatever. And they're giving some stats here, too. Ooh. Okay, cool. We're not going to go into all this shit. We don't have the time, nor do I really care. Okay, cool.
Hey everyone.
We just saw this. Now the Arena Grand Reckoning. Okay, and then the other guy really went over this. Cool. Alright, nice. Yeah, overall, I mean, it's fucking stupid. I mean, I like the way the UI looks, but man, it is so dumb. It is so fucking dumb. Also, let's see this. So there's a silver, a gold, a prismatic one. Holy shit. You could think of it like a roguelike in the sense you aren't getting stronger augments, but different augments. Yeah, I really beg to differ if they're stronger or just different. Okay. Either way, you'll be unlocking new borders to match up. Oh, wow, okay. The Arena God Challenge. Oh, my God. Champion Mastery, a part of your Arena experience. Thank goodness. Crowd favorites and bravery, blah, blah, blah. Wait, what is this? Expand champions to into Arena. See, this is where Arena has its own meta, so I'm curious how this is going to work. 5 highlight champions will pop during a game. Select one's free stat anvil. What? Oh, what? Wait, you could go random shit. Wait, hold on. Wait, this is kind of cool. Oh, so they're kind of like guiding you. Oh, shit, into what champs you should pick. Wait, that's cool as shit. What the fuck? Okay, see, I'm really excited for Arena. Arena is interesting. They could fuck it up, but whatever. Regular League, though, cosmetic-wise, it's going to be so much more shitty. And again, I really don't understand why they're taking away choice from the people, but it is what it is. I can't believe I spent 50 minutes on this shit, but either way. Let me know what you guys think. Very, I think some good changes, but overall on the cosmetic side, not good at all. I'm really curious to see what you guys think of this shit. Either way, though, if you want to see more of me, watch me at Twitch TV /Tecnics channel. Hope everyone enjoyed. Eee!